Hello everyone, Railgan here again with another ZvP, and this is going to be my final video on this build on the Mutalisk Gambit, or whatever I think I'm just going to call it the Mutalisk Gambit. And today I want to talk to you in detail about about how the build works, about the way it develops, about the way I react to things, so you will hopefully be able to replicate it in your games and confuse some Protoss opponents, win some ladder games, enjoy life. What do I know, right? But it's very important is that I am going to open with a hatch gas pool opener. You can build the pool later or earlier, it doesn't really matter that much. It's just important that you get hatch gas pool. You can also go gas pool hatch. Kinda depends on what you want to do, but I think hatch gas pool is the smartest opener. I built the pool a little bit too late. Usually you want to go for that 17 hatch, 18 gas, 17 pool. I built a drone or so too many, but it doesn't really affect the build all that much. My opponent did go for the standard gate nexus gate core. I'm not sure which version he did. It's also not important at all. What is important is that you mine 100 gas, that you start link speed, keep mining gas, build 2 queens, build as many drones as you can, build your overlords on time so you don't get supply stuck. And after your first 2 queens, build a 3rd queen at the natural and start a lair in your main. You also want to have some links on the map as soon as your pool finishes so you can get some scouting information done. The first overlord usually gets sent directly to your opponent's base so you can find this tech. This time I'm going to scout a forge, which I had no idea what that actually means. And my opponent is going for a cyber core into Stargate, so all is standard. He's also immediately upgrading the Skytoss weapons, while I'm going for a Mutalisk build. Around 315 to 330, sometime around that, I get 2 additional gases at the natural that I will then fill up with drones pretty quickly, because I need additional gas so I can start my Spire at 200 gas. Up until now I mostly droned. I always kept some links at home in case I have to deal with adepts or anything like that. The Oracle is going across the map. I can either build the spore crawlers in time and don't have to worry about the Oracle much at all, or what I usually like to do is put the queen something like this, somewhat like this, so I can defend both the natural and the main with it. Or I just build a spore crawler in my main and have 2 queens at the natural. Which 1 queen is not enough, 2 queens or 1 queen and a spore crawler is enough to defend against the early Oracle. Then, once I have 100 gas again and 100 minerals, sometime around now after I built the last couple drones, I usually get a 3rd base and a Hydralisk then. It doesn't matter that much when you build the Hydralisk then, but it's important is that you do build it. This game I'm going straight for the Spire. I assumed that he didn't see the Spire yet. He cast Revelation on my army, and I'm going for an 8 Mutalisk opener against a 2 Stargate build. He also has a Fleet Beacon, a Tome, and started his 3rd which he's defending with a Void Ray. Now, I started the Hydralisk then very late this time around. I'm spending all my minerals right now on links, and I'm not going to build any additional Mutalisks or Hydralisks, I believe. Might be wrong on that. But usually you don't want to go too heavy on the Mutalisk, and you want to build a lot of links so you can put the gas into your Hydralisks or whatever you want to build. I scouted his 3rd base. I noticed what he had there. If I killed this mothership core right here that is morphing into a mothership, the game would have most likely ended immediately. What I'm trying to do right now is just unpower his stuff. Even though he went for the Stargate into Oracle and tried to get scouting done, he couldn't. If he saw the Spire, I would have just built the Hydralisk then immediately. I knew he didn't see the Spire because the Oracle was only around here, so he has no vision on the Spire. And if he sees the Spire, as you saw in my other videos, I hope you watched those, I immediately throw down a Hydralisk then, and I'm pretty much done with that. I let the Spire finish, get Hydra speed, spam Hydras, kill my opponent. This time around, my opponent did not scout the Spire, so he did not build Phoenix. Usually you want to go for Phoenix against Mutas, and then you also want to go for kind of adepts maybe, like Phoenix and adepts or Phoenix and charge slots. or even Phoenix and Stalkers is what some people are building. But he didn't manage to see what I was doing, so he couldn't react to it. I'm trying to depower all his Stargates, but because he has the mothership, he can just kind of stealth away. And the reason I'm also showing you this replay is in the other replays and in the other videos that I made on this build, I always went straight into Hydras. I built the Spire and then I went Hydras because he saw the Spire, right? Going for Mutas if your opponent has Stargate and is building and is already preparing his Phoenix is kind of stupid. But this time around he did not prepare his Phoenix in time, so I went for the Hydralisk opener. I'm trying to do some damage with my Ling Mutas there. And at the same time I'm attacking him over here. I just kill the cannons and move away again. My opponent is far behind economically. I just turned up my third hatch before I really started mass producing units. And right now it's basically a normal game against a Skytoss player where my objective is just to kill him with Hydra. So I'm just going to poke here, poke there, poke here, poke there, get Overlord speed, get all the good stuff, kill whatever I can find. Try to not fight in the overcharge, because that's pretty bad. Killing the Cyber Core is good, so you kind of build additional gateways or get upgrades. And yeah. But now I'm so far ahead that we're in an almost unwinnable situation. And I'm just going to clean things up. The reason, or rather, how he got into this situation is just by him not scouting the Spire. But as we saw, even if he scouts the Spire and I just go for a 2-base Hydra all-in, he will die as well. So it's not... And I mean, you can also do the... I go for a Hydra all-in, I float mass Ling behind the Hydras, and then I do a Mutalisk switch because he doesn't expect the Mutalisk switch. Like, there's a lot of variations that you can do here, or you can go Hydra push, drone behind it, go for lurkers, or I don't know, like it's basically up to you. And what the build basically does is it provides you a framework about how on how to either go 2-base Hydra or 2-base Muta, because the 100 gas that you invest into the Hydra then is only one Mutalisk less. This time around I didn't need it because I wasn't scouted. It can be, I always suggest that you build the Hydralisk then as soon as you have the money for it, but yeah. That's pretty much my video on this build. If you have any questions, as always, you can ask them. I'm going to write a guide on it on the spawning tool where I show of the variations a little bit more. It's hard to, I don't want to make a 20-minute video where I talk about all the possible variations. I just have my 3 videos where I talk about the 3 main concepts of this build, and I hope you enjoyed that. That being said, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.